Job here today. Do appreciate them. I'm Adam Cadavies. We're about ready to get started with game 2 of our doubleheader here this evening. Scott City and Ulysses. Scott City trying to go for the Twin Bill sweep. Ulysses, trying to salvage at least one game in the series and go 1-1 on the day. All right, let's go ahead and get to your Security State Bank starting lineups here for the Ulysses Tigers. They will lead things off once again. Both teams will have their same lineup, just different positions for some of them. Striker Berglund will lead things off. He'll be at second. Caden Ledesma will be the shortstop batting second. Alex Hostetler, the catcher, batting third. Tice Perez will be the first baseman batting fourth. Corbin Lopez will be the pitcher batting fifth. Ruben Rodriguez will be the center fielder batting sixth. Jackson Hauser, the third baseman, batting seventh. Josh Eddy, the left fielder, batting eighth. And Jaden Urias will be... Emilio Contreras will be the first baseman. He'll bat third. Batting fourth will be the third baseman, Tegan Feely. Up on the bump is Spencer Kramer, batting fifth. Easton Eisenhower will be doing the catching in game 2, batting sixth. Jackson Harris at second base, batting seventh. Chaston Berry, left fielder, batting eighth. And Junior Mesa and right field, batting ninth. So Radke at short, Radke at center. Contreras at first, Feely at third. Kramer the pitcher. Eisenhower the catcher, Harris the second baseman, Chaston Berry the left fielder, and Mesa the right fielder. So we take a look at the numbers for Kramer. Up on the mound. This is his second appearance, his second start of the year. He faced 11 batters last Tuesday at Oberlin, threw just 40 pitches over 3 innings. Did give up an unearned run, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. One of those 3 strikeouts was caught looking. So he had a pretty good debut on the season in the senior campaign last week for the Scott City Beavers in their doubleheader win over Oberlin. Ulysses looking for their first win of the year. They, of course, lost this first game to Scott City in walk-off fashion, 6-5. And also, of course, lost their first 2 games of the year last week at home against the Red Demons of Dodge City. Lost the first game. I'll have that loaded up, but they lost both games to Dodge City at home in run rule fashion last week. And they lost a couple of tough ones there. And, hell, that won't load up for me for whatever reason. But anyways, moving on here. Let's get started here with game 2 of this Twin Bill.
Here we go.
Between Scott City and Ulysses, 6:21 here. Our start time and temperature is 56 degrees. Winds gusting around 27 miles per hour.
Ball 1.
And pitch misses for ball 1. Berglund in the opener went 1 for 3 with an RBI and a pitch in there for a strike. Getting used to a new strike zone. Ron Cooper, the home plate umpire. One and 1 count here for Berglund. Grounder. This will be fielded by Harris. Oh, he misplayed it. As it rolls into right field, he didn't get his glove down, and leadoff runner aboard for the Tigers here in the top of the first inning. So Scott City has had their share of errors here today, and they had 7 errors. They overcame that in the first game, but you're not going to do that every time out. Caden Ledesma, the batter, ended up with a no decision on the mound in game 1. He had went 0 for 4, it looked like, in that first game, and throw back the first runner safe. So Ulysses has done a good job of getting the leadoff runner aboard here in this doubleheader today.
Oh.
Throw back to first. That one a little closer.
Wrong side of the bag.
Eisenhower, the catcher, here in game 2. Contreras at first. Harris at second. Avery Radke at short. Tegan Feely at third. The pitch in the dirt and past ball allow Berglund to head over to second base. And now they have him picked up between first and second. They got him!
Okay.
Berglund miscommunication, or misplayed that time. He went back. He retreated back to first. And he ends up getting gunned down.
So that'd be a 2.
2-3-6, I believe.
Okay.
And now base is empty, 1 out. And now the count is at 2-0 here as that pitch misses for a ball to Caden Ledesma. So, interesting, eerie situation there. Lead runner for Ulysses has been out in the first inning of both games. That pitch misses inside for Ledesma. He's ahead in the count, 3-0. Here in the top of the first, 1 out. Now base is empty, no score. So that saves a few pitches for Kramer. The 3-0 delivery is right down the middle. Fastball called strike, 3-1. Chaston Berry in left field. At centers, Aaron Radke and Junior Mesa in right field. Kramer will work from the windup and delivers home a 3-1. Inside ball 4, and there's 1 on and 1 out. That'll bring in Alex Hostetler, the catcher. Hostetler went 1 for 2, had 2 walks in the first game. So how big was that out at second base? Keeps the potential first run of the game out of scoring position. 1 out here. No score, top of the first. Hostetler, the catcher again. Ulysses pretty much playing their same positions as the first game. A little switching here and there for a different pitcher. And that one gets away from Eisenhower. He cannot find the ball. Now he does. And rounding the bag at second is Ledesma. And now they have a runner in scoring position. It's 1-0. So far, Kramer really kind of struggling trying to find the strike zone. Only 3 strikes out of his 9 pitches. Just needs to throw strikes. That one's low again. Fastball 2-0. Runner took off partially to third base, but no throw attempt. 2-0 the count here for Hostetler. 1 on, 1 out for Ulysses, top of the first, no score. The batter, Hostetler, the catcher. Perez on deck, the throw in. That pitch is low, 3-0. So second straight batter where the count is at 3-0 here for Ulysses. Or correction, second straight batter there. Throw back to second just to keep the runner toward the bag. And second straight batter with a 3-0 count here for Ulysses. The walk is at second. Kramer, the pitcher, facing the righty. Hostetler throw back to second again. Closer that time, but not quite. Trying to keep Ledesma toward the bag at second. All of a sudden the mound, or the second base bag is toppled full of dirt. You can barely see it from out here. Jared Martin's got a pretty good view, the umpire in the field. 3-0 pitch, and a rare swing and a miss on a 3-0 count by Hostetler, now 3-1. He may have had the green light for that one. Few high clouds here have kept the sun at bay for most of the day. 3-1. This will be a grounder. It's going to find a hole into right field for a base hit. Rounding third is going to be Ledesma. He's going to be waved home. The throw, the tag is going to be tagged in time. And there's a second out. Good job by Junior Mesa.
Okay. So that's
Gunning it to Easton Eisenhower, who made the tag at the plate. Ledesma advancing to second is Hostetler, but there's more importantly 2 outs in the inning.
good job.
And
Oh, because he threw his
bat.
he threw his helmet.
Tossed his helmet. So 9-2 on the out of Ledesma at the plate. Hostetler advanced to second on the throw in, and there's 2 outs. I don't know if did they eject him? I don't think so. But Ledesma, in frustration of being tagged out, chucked his helmet. after the play, the home plate umpire, Ron Cooper, went and talked to him, but I did not see anything. But that got the attention of the coaches for Ulysses, who are now talking to the home plate umpire.
Or somebody outside of the fence.
I don't know. There was some arguing. But we do get a courtesy runner at second for Hostetler, the catcher, who will go get his catcher's gear on. That'll be, once again, Hunter Spencer.
Because he keeps looking outside of the fence. Right here.
2 outs, yeah. I don't know what the whole situation is. I don't think there was an ejection, but we'll find out when Ulysses or Scott City will come to bat in the bottom of the first. But 2 outs and a runner at seconds for Tice Perez, the sophomore. He's now at first base. He was in left field in game 1. Made a pretty good play that saved a run for Ulysses in the bottom of the 6th on a fly ball that went to left field. He takes a pitch for a ball. He was 0 for 3 and an RBI sac fly in that first game. He's ahead in the count 1-0. By the way, no score here in the top of the first. Runner at second, 2 outs. But Scott City's fielding or defense has been good here at times today, and the count now at 2-0. No score here. 1 hit for the Tigers, 1 error for Scott City. The courtesy runner, Spencer, leads off from second. Kramer looks over. He's already thrown 15 pitches, and that one misses low and away, 3-0. And Kramer really struggling trying to find the zone. This is his 3rd straight batter he's faced with the 3-0 count now. And that's high pitch count is going to get you out of this game a little bit quicker. He needs to keep throwing strikes. I guess, I don't know if you got to go with that mentality that every count is 3-0. That one right down the middle and taken all the way by Perez, 3-1. Runner at second, 2 out here in the top of the first for the Tigers, no score. They had a runner picked off between first and second for the first out, and a runner gunned down after a base hit at the plate. 3-1, ground ball. This will go foul, and it's going to be a full count at 3-2. As I mentioned, Scott City will have Avery Radke, Aaron Radke, and Emilio Contreras due up in the home half of the first. But Kramer trying to get an out here with the 3-2 pitch coming up here. Just low ball 4, and that'll put 2 on with 2 outs. For the 5th batter in the lineup, the pitcher for game 2, Corbin Lopez.
19 pitches.
Lopez went 0 for 4 in the first game. The batting line order remained the same for Ulysses from game 1 to game 2. And their positions pretty much remained intact for the most part, except some rotating between the infield and outfield. Here's a grounder. This will be fielded by Feely at third. He'll just step on the bag for the 4th out. 5 unassisted on the fielder's choice. Retires aside on 20 pitches. Ulysses is retired in the top of the first. No runs, a hit, an error, and 2 left on base after half an inning here in game 2. It is Ulysses nothing. Scott City coming up. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is Beaver Baseball. 2 balls, no strikes here for Avery Radke here in the bottom of the first inning. That pitch misses inside, 3-0. We're seeing both pitchers really struggle to find the zone early on, and they're at bats of the batters they face. Hopefully you understood what I was trying to say. That pitch in for a called strike, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike here for Avery Radke. Kramer threw 20 first inning pitches. Lopez has thrown 4. His 5th pitch is a grounder, foul, and he has worked the count full at 3-2. So trying to play catch up was Lopez, and he got Radke to pull one foul, who's now at shortstop here in game 2. Payoff pitch. Low and inside. Leadoff walk is aboard for the Beavers here in the bottom of the first. For freshman Aaron Radke, the center fielder. He leads the team in RBIs this year. He had 2 in the first game. He went 1 of 3 with a run scored and 2 RBI in game 1. And Scott City 6-5 W. And now Lopez will work from the stretch. And Radke sends this in the air to right field. Urias going back. He'll make the grab, but gave it a good ride. And there's 1 out in the inning. One thing I've noticed about the freshmen, when they enter the lineup, they're not afraid to attack. In the first 4 games of this season, including here, and Avery Radke retreats back to first. Now the senior Emilio Contreras checks in. He went 2 of 4 in the first game. He hustled down the line and got an infield single. And the runner goes. It's blocked by the catcher nicely by Hostetler, and that saves the ball from going to the backstop, and the Beavers now have a runner in scoring position, a 1-0 count here for Emilio Contreras. Radke advances on the wild pitch to second in scoring position. So a base hit for Contreras would likely break the seal of this scoreless game. That one high, snagged by Hostetler, 2-0. You have Tice Perez at first, Stryker Berglund second, Caden Ledesma at short, Jackson Hauser at third, Eddie in left field, Rodriguez in center, and Urias in right field. That's the lineup for game 2 for Ulysses. A 2-0 count here for Emilio Contreras. Now swing and a miss since 2-1. That was the 10th pitch tossed in the inning by Lopez. He has gotten a fly ball out. Tegan Feely stands on deck, the senior for the Beavers. No score. Runner at second, 1 out, bottom of the first. The righty-righty matchup, Lopez deals 1 outside, 3-1. So Contreras can take this pitch if he desires to do so. It's either going to be a walk or a full count here maybe if he takes this pitch. Avery Radke leads off from second. He has the attention of the infielders. 3-1, well, that'll hit him. And there's 2 on and 1 out for the senior third baseman, Tegan Feely. He came in and got 2 batters out to keep the game tied at 5 in game number 1 in that top of the 7th inning. And at the plate, Feely went 1 for 4 with 2 RBI. The senior third baseman here in game 2, and Hostetler, the catcher, will talk to his pitcher Lopez to see if they can get on the same page here and maybe settle his pitcher down a little bit. By the way, if you do wear number 28 in this game, you're the pitcher. Scott City's 28 stands on deck. Right now, with 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the first in a scoreless game. That pitch outside, ball 1. Lopez has thrown 13 pitches and has only found the strike zone 4 times here and has recorded just 1 out. So your key for Scott City, I think you have to be patient in the count and work that pitch count up on Lopez. And that one's in the dirt, 2-0. make the pitcher throw strikes and maybe try to take advantage of those pitches that are thrown in the strike zone. 2-0 count here for Feely, with Avery Radke at second, Emilio Contreras at first. Here in the bottom of the first, no score, infield at double play depth. Lopez works from the stretch and delivers a pitch. Hits the inside corner, called strike, and 2-1 on a Briggy ball. 2 balls and a strike for Feely. Base hit could give the Beavers the early lead here in this game. Ledesma goes back to his spot at shortstop, and that one is high and in, and now give or take time for Feely at 3-1. Two base runners for Scott City were walks. Correction, hit batter and a walk. 3-1. Here's a soft shot into center field. That's going to drop for a hit.
Okay.
David Dirks will wave home Radke. Here's the throw in. It's cut off by the second baseman, and Scott City with an RBI single by Tegan Feely scores Avery Radke from second, and it's 1-0 Beavers here in the bottom of the first. On a soft shot right back up the middle for a single. And Radke scores from second. Emilio Contreras holds up at second. And it's 1-0 Beavers here in the bottom of the first, and Ulysses will come in and talk to their pitcher, Corbin Lopez, who's already tossed 17 pitches. Well, the left fielder, Eddie, he decides to take a seat out in left field, while the center fielder's down to a knee, and the right fielder's in a squatting position.
Look at and our base runners.
And the base runners, well, they'll take a knee and on the bag during the timeout. 3 of the infielders were talking for Ulysses over on the left side around the shortstop, and the first baseman was just left by himself over there. Mm-hmm. He didn't get involved in the meeting, and now the catcher Hostetler and the pitcher Lopez will have their meeting broke up by the home plate umpire, and that'll bring in Spencer Kramer. Kramer has an opportunity to help himself out. He went 0 for 4, had a couple strikeouts in game 1. There's an opportunity to redeem himself here. That one it's called strike 0-1.
Just swing and a miss.
It's a swing and a miss there, and
I'll take maybe
0-1 count here for Kramer. Bottom of the first, 2-on-1 out, 1 run in for the Beavers. Lopez will have number 19 on the pitch count here. That one low, ball 1, 1-1. One counts for Kramer. Contreras leads off from second. Feely leads off from first. Corbin Lopez works in the stretch. The pitch is up and in, 2-1. 2-1 count here for Kramer. So now both pitchers are at 20 pitches, but that's going to be exceeded by Lopez with only 1 out and 2 runners on the bases. And that one, just getting a piece of it, fouling it off was Kramer. Count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Easton Eisenhower, the catcher. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out. 1-0 Beavers here in the last of the first, here in game 2. Gust of wind comes back up here. Here's the 2-2, and swing and a miss on a sinker there, and 2 out in the inning. That'll bring in Easton Eisenhower, the catcher. He got the rally going in the 7th inning of game 1 with a base hit, one of his 2 hits. And this, had a run scored and a walk. He would get the win decision. They'll fake the throw back to. But Scott City in that first game left 9 on board. That one is inside for ball 1. 1-0 count here for Easton Eisenhower. The Beavers just 1 hit in the game, but they have the 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters for Ulysses in the 2nd inning. Rodriguez, Hauser, and Eddie when we get there. That pitch in there, fastball strike, 1-1. Ball and a strike for the junior Eisenhower. Contreras leads off from second. Feely leads off from first. Lopez will deliver pitch number 25. And this is third base, glove by the third baseman. Hauser has enough time to field it and step on the bag for the force out at third, and the Beavers leave 2 on here in the bottom of the first, but they get the first run of the ball game and lead it 1-0 as we head to the second inning. We'll come back in a minute for that second inning of play. This is Beaver Baseball. One out in the inning for Josh Eddy. Rodriguez is at second. He represents the tying run for the Tigers. Josh Eddy batting in the 8-hole for Ulysses steps up to bat. Eddy went 1 for 3 with the runs scored in game 1. That pitch misses high for a ball. Even though that was a ball, Kramer's throwing a lot better here in this second inning. 3 out of his 5 pitches have been strikes, and that's a good trend. Even though one was an error, a runner reached on an error. That pitch is in for a called strike. Count is at 1-1, but he got the ground ball out. Got the hockey assist on that one. 1-1 here for the 8-hole hitter Josh Eddy. Pitch on the way, reaches for that one, bouncer right in the glove of Kramer. He'll go to first. Runner advances to third, 2 away. Good play that time by Spencer Kramer on the mound there. Just gloved it. Looked the runner. He was going to third anyway. No play there. Just get the sure outs with the runner at third and 2 outs. 2 outs in the inning. Rodriguez advanced to third, and Jaden Urias, the right fielder, checks in. He'd end up being the pitcher of decision in game 1 for the Tigers. He went 0 for 3 with a run scored in game 1. As Ulysses wraps up their first time through the batting order here in the top of the second. Kramer just misses low on that pitch for a ball, 1-0. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit more here in Scott City, kind of more out of the northwest. It's like some cloud.